What's going on? I'm just gonna do an impromptu talk about the Octane series. This is from BGS IBMOR. Some people may already know about the Octane. If you do, it's really no point watching this video if you already know. I will break down a little bit differently the Octane, but I'm sure BGS IBMOR will approve of my critique of it. But the Octane series breaks down women and men, but primarily in my case, I'm going to be talking more women. But it's more of a class type of breakdown as far as women, and it'll help you understand and break down, women that you come across and just be a superior dater if you are single and choosing the best mate that you want. It's just game basically. So it's not necessarily based off of how you look. That's one thing you have to understand. So I will go further into that. I mean, the looks basically goes by the number scale 1 through 10. You learn 1 through 10 fairly early. I mean, you learn that probably in grammar school or no later than junior high school. So basically, the Octane series, it goes from 85 octane all the way to 99. But I want to throw in something else. It's 90. It's also 95 octane because before I did this video, I looked up actually what is the Octane series of different gasolines and fuels, and there's actually a 98 octane, and to be just clearly a 98 octane and a 95. So the 85 octane is basically just kind of a low grade type of woman or man. No, probably limited education, might not have even graduated high school. Might have only went as far as middle school or even grade school. Um, and they are just kind of low class, just the strong of society. Your trailer trash, your project chick, project dude, whatever. That is typically what an 85 octane. I mean, they'll work a job, probably at the gas station, missing teeth, stuff like that. Just kind of just low strong. Everybody has a low strong member of any society in the world. It's just how it is. I mean, you can even these Octane series. One thing, if you feel offended, because I had a conversation with a friend of mine about this last night, and he was extremely offended because when he gets offended, he tries to talk over you and also try to downplay it. And it's like as I was explaining to him, I was saying this is not written in stone. This just is what it is. This Octane series is just a basis of what somebody is as far as where they are in just how they live, their education level, their level of sophistication. It's a class thing. It's not how you look or you being a low grade. It's just permanence. You can rise higher in grades. This is not something set in stone. For example, I used to be moving higher, 87 octane. 87 octane is just basically someone is generally just graduated high school. They don't even have to have graduated high school. They just is just a general type of guy, plain Jane, plain John. Just basically has a regular job. Just goes to to a job they might make less than 30,000, about 30,000 to even as high as 50,000. But they're just plain Janes, plain Johns. They wear plain clothes, very low fashion. Um, every now and again, they might have a suit on, tie on, suit and tie, a dress on. as far as the woman. Don't know that many words as far as the dictionary is. I mean, just a very general type of person. Just kind of average, you want to say. So that's just, that's 87 octane. And like I said, I used to be 87 octane. I was just, you know, I used to work in a warehouse. I mean, when I was like from between 18 and 19, I would work in warehouses. I would work fast food. I would work jobs like just basically mainly labor jobs. Then I worked security, and in security, generally that's a classic example of a typical 87 octane person. It just worked. They work security at the front desk at some corporate office or something like that, and they've had the job for like 4 or 5 years. They're a cool person, they're very helpful, but it's just 87 octane. Some people just, they comfortable where they are. They might be that way for the rest of their life. I was 87 octane. I used to work security. I didn't get out of I didn't rise above until I kind of went to college. I didn't even finish college, but I got into IT. I started, working in IT. I was majoring in IT at the time. Before that, even I was going to school to be a social worker. I was going to be basically a social worker, get my bachelor's in sociology, pass the social work, basically pass whatever license to get to become a social worker. Then I'll probably even go back to get my master's like my cousin did, and make like $100 or some thousand a year, if not higher, just to start 80, 90,000 to be a clinical social worker. So that is what I was doing at the time of my early 20s, and then I went and switched majors to IT. But upon doing that, the people I was around, the level that I was reaching, I got up to about 89. Okay, so that is like where I am now, even with not having a college education. Because like I said, you could be an 89 octane and be college educated. Sometimes, I mean, be honest with you, be real. You could be 87 octane. Actually, I'm gonna even go even further with this. This shit is. I really need to get BGS on here to like explain this and like kind of just talk about it because I want it's something that he came up with, but like I said, I've seen guys that even my uncle, believe it or not, my uncle was an 85 octane but had a bachelor's degree. I mean, he had substance abuse issues and stuff like that, but because of his lot in life and the people he were around, he was an 85 octane. I know guys that I know personally are 85 octanes and college educated. I'm I'm talking about they have a bachelor's degree. They hold a bachelor's degree and they're 85 octanes. It is just where you are in life, where your lot is in life, and the people that you associate with on a daily day basis, and just how you are. Because a friend of mine, he's an 87 octane, but he just got past the license to get I think like something. I'm not gonna give all his business out because he probably be watching my videos. But let's just say all he has to do is do some other like taking tests and stuff like that. He will be probably be making close to 100 grand a year, and but he's still 87 octane because I'm pulling him up. I'm trying my best to pull him up, but he just the friends that he associate with, the women he associate with are just basic ass, below basic ass people, and they doing okay. So a few of them or whatever, but I'm trying to get them up to a higher level to where what I'm saying are to where I'm at, because I can't go back down. I don't want to, and I choose not to. But that's 87 octane. So then you got 89 octane. 89 octane are your like mid-career people, mid managers. Okay, someone that makes a decent amount of salary. It's not so much salary, but salary does have something to do with it. As far as your earnings and stuff. But 89 octane basically is like just you have a level of sophistication where you pretty much a mid earner. You're above average earner. You got a level of sophistication, expertise, skill sets, education. You don't necessarily have to have a degree, but you are like, for example, a mid-level manager or someone that maybe even be a supervisor. That's an 89 octane. So you somewhat bougie, but you're not fully bougie because you're not rich yet, or you don't even make that much money. In the case of what BGS pretty much described the 89 octane is the character Issa from Insecure. Perfect example of 89 octane. So moving along, you got 92 octane. 92 octane is someone like a principal, a dentist, a doctor, lawyer, someone that is above, pretty much the averages of society, because you got to go to school for a long time to be in those professions, and it's a certain type of individual to actually be a principal. You have to be a leader. You have to be a very stern individual, pretty much an asshole, because it's like you're the president of that school. So anything that comes that way, you are responsible for all these teachers, all of the students, all of the faculty, running the school, everything that's involved with the school, and you report to administrators all the way up to the board of education, all of that type of stuff. So to be a principal, you have to be a 92 octane, and what comes with that most of the time, the principal makes, well, in the Chicago public school system, a principal makes about 150 plus a year being a principal. So that that pretty much is your principals, your upper management, your directors, your even CEOs or CFOs, someone in a board of directors and stuff like that. So that's your 92 octane. That they're not rich. They're just very high earners, very high levels of sophistication, PhDs, master degrees. Even you could have a bachelor's degree and be in this and be a 92 octane, as well as not no degree at all and be 92 octane. I'll give you an example. It's an old movie with Mos Def, and if you look, I don't know the name of it, but if you look at Mos Def's IMDb, he was in a movie about um, some guy that was a doctor, but he never finished medical school. He just was so good at what he did, and he was an assistant with other doctors. He would assist them, that they just looked past all of that because they needed him around. He was a good help, and this guy he never went. I don't even think he even went to college at all. He just basically was good at what he did. That guy is a 92 octane. Someone like you know, let's say Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or any one of those guys, Steve Jobs, that never finished college, but rose up. Okay, one level they were a 92 octane, they went past that, and I'll get to that. But yeah, that is 92 octane, and then you got 95 octane. 95 octane is, I would say, someone that is rich, like just newly rich, like they barely rich, like somebody. Let's say, let me give an example of someone that is a 95 octane. Um, let's say, for example, the guy that was in Star Wars, that black guy, I don't, let me see if I can find that dude's name. You know, this is the guy, the black guy that was in Star Wars. He, you know, is part of the, like, I guess, third wave of Star Wars characters. He, you know, he got a lot of slack because he, you know, they really didn't have too many black main characters in Star Wars, and as well as any characters that had female counterparts and stuff like that. But let's see here. What is this guy's name? You know, I mean, even without describing his name, I mean, most people know what the hell his name is and all of that. I could move along, but just something in me is just saying I should figure out what this guy's name is. But IMDb, let me look up IMDb. Let me see here. Put in Star Wars. Let's see this guy. But basically what I'm saying is that, yeah, John Boyega, that's his name. See, like, nobody knew who that guy was, but he got that one role, and then boom, next thing you know, he's instantly famous. I mean, now he would be considered a 98 octane because I've seen him in tons of movies. He's, you know, considered pretty much at this point an A-list celebrity. But when he was just starting out, he was just a 95 octane. You know, he was fresh meat. He just got on. You know, that's typically what a 95 octane, just someone that rose above the 92 level. And you know, they just got to a point where they are above that, but they're not a 98 octane. Okay, so another example of a 95 octane would be someone that moved up from upper management to, just generally speaking, to like upper management jobs that they were making like six figures, like 100,000, 200,000, but then they got signed on to be a CEO, and then next thing you know, they're offered 100,000 or a million shares to join the company plus $1.5 million salary with all these benefits and two personal secretaries and a whole bunch of, you know, I mean, if you're the CEO, you got the whole company at your disposal. Everybody pretty much do what you say. So, I mean, but that'd be someone that's classified as a 95 octane. But a 98 octane would be your in BGS words, so your masters of the universe, like you know, pretty much Elon Musk, Oprah would be classified as a 98 octane. I mean, high performance. I mean, pure fuel, basically. You know, almost like jet fuel. So it'd be like, you know, your Bill Gates, your you know, the guy that runs Apple. Damn. Oh man, the dude. Damn, now I gotta look his name up. Shit. Tim Cook. Yeah, that's 98 octane. Okay, your best of the best. Your super elites. Your Robert Johnsons. Okay. Those are 98 octanes. Okay. So I mean, this is just the Octane series. It's just a language to break things down, to understand, you know, to put things in perspective. Like, for example, I can break, you know, I don't even need to explain the look scale, because that does not have anything to do with the octane. It's just something associated with breaking it down. But what I add is the animal side of it, and if that videos, and if you look at my previous videos, I break the animal archetypes down. So, for example, I'll break all of this down together real quick. You have Queen Latifah is I would say a 6 hyena, true hyena, 98 octane. That I mean no 95 octane because she fell off a little bit, or she really never really, to be honest, I don't think she never really went up to 98. But in her counterpart would be Oprah, which is the same thing. I never talked about Oprah. Oprah is about a 5. I mean, Oprah ain't ugly. People say Oprah, she ain't ugly. She about 5. She is a hyena as well. People don't really talk. Some people talk about it, but I know she is a hyena, true hyena as well. But she's a 98 octane. And just another perspective would be, and she's making a lot of news now because her business is getting out on the street. How Will and Jada, how they little secret open relationship, the tea is coming out with that. Now Jada is a lioness, true lioness at that. About Jada when she was younger, because your looks fall off when you get older, unless you maintain it. Jada is about. She used to be about a 7. Some even say 8, but she's about I say she's about a 6. 6 now. Maybe dialed up, she could be a 7. But she is a 7 lioness, 6'7" lioness, and she is a 98 octane. So this is just a language of just breaking. This is just game. I'm giving to you for free. I might, you know what? I might just put this on my Patreon. Maybe after a couple days or so. If I don't get no hits or don't blow up, I'm just gonna delete it and put it on Patreon. So anyway, this is the Octane series. Hope you understand more now, and when I talk about other stuff, you can get the lingo.